I'm in the middle of a series, Magnus Carlsen's top 10 best finishes, and here's another endgame. So he's playing against the Chinese player Wang Yue, and this was from Romania in 2010. Here Carlsen's the exchange up, rook against bishop, but technical difficulties. But after Wang's last move, g5, suddenly a very interesting possibility opened up for Carlsen. He played g4. Well, this is a pretty familiar motif in the endgame to create an outside pass pawn. Must have slipped the Chinese player's attention. So after pawn takes pawn, the point is that Carlsen can create this dangerous pass pawn, and yeah, in combination with the support of the rook, it's just too much for black. So the game went bishop here, rook down. Now that prevents the king from retreating. h6, so it looks like the pawn is going home. So black's only chance is to keep pushing the pawns, but if white is careful, everything is fine. So it looks a bit scary, but of course Carlsen had calculated everything out. So he's got a queen. Now he's just got to be a little bit careful. But after this check, well, he didn't take the bishop instead. He just stepped up the board. And sorry, in this position, the Chinese player resigned, because if queen, then it's pretty disastrous. If the king steps up to f7, then you give a check here, and you take the queen. And if, let me see, king d5, well, it's forced mate, a familiar pattern. And well, yeah, something similar happens with king d6 as well. So there we go. That was the final position. Incidentally, in the starting position, if black hadn't played g5, then white's idea would be to advance the king, step back with the rook, and try to force the king in, or perhaps the rook goes this way, force the king into b6 and then sacrifice. But still, technical difficulties there. Okay, next position for you. Now, this was a game that Magnus played against Hikaru Nakamura, an old rival. And let me just go very quickly here. So this was quite a pawn to snaffle in the opening. Of course, if you take this, then it means that you're obliged to sacrifice a piece. But well, this was just amazing game. This was played in the Amber Rapid tournament in Monte Carlo in 2011. So Carlsen's a piece down, but he has 3 pawns and a big initiative. But not so simple. Well, of course, doesn't want to exchange queens here, so the queen has to go back to defend the mate. And now Carlsen just goes forward with all his energy, and the rook joins in as well. But Nakamura is defending. The bishop comes out, and this is a very interesting moment coming up. So rook g8, black is still fighting here, and rook g6 to cover the e6 pawn, and after pawn takes, bishop c6. So the bishop has come out, locked in position by the pawn on b7. Suddenly there's a threat to take here, and the lines have closed against the king. So what did Carlsen do next? By the way, I think this game is just fantastic by Magnus. I think this is possibly the pick of the bunch. But anyway, have a look at this, and I'll show you the rest of the game in the next video.